Thank you so much for coming out today to congratulate First Impression and Kathy Warner on opening or starting First Impression, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. And the mission of the organization is to help women that are looking for work that maybe can't afford clothing and get them set up with a wardrobe into whatever profession they're going into. And I'll let Kathy talk a little bit more about that, and she's got board members here. But on behalf of the City of Medina, the Medina Chamber of Commerce, Main Street Medina, and the Medina County Economic Development Corporation, we hold these ribbon cuttings jointly along with our legislators. This is our business resources team, if you will. We want everyone to be successful. So first we'd like to acknowledge Kathy and thank you for her vision and serving women of Medina County to assist them with the appropriate business attire for job interviews, and then once they land that job, to keep them going. So to date, they've helped 5 clients. They've really worked hard on finding a location, gathering up the wardrobe, as you can see in this room and the room next door. They've done a fabulous job. They now have a professional meeting place to meet with the clients, and what they'll start focusing on next is actually getting the referrals from partnering agencies so that we can start helping the women that are in need. I have several elected officials here that I'd like to introduce, and they all have a few brief comments. So we're going to start out with Dennis Hamill, the mayor of the City of Medina. So, Mayor.
Thank you, Kimberly. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is an unusual ribbon cutting in that we generally don't have crowds this size. So this is a good thing. It's also a little bit unusual because the men are outnumbered here about 8 or 9. Watch the judge's back. Judge, watch the door, okay? And again, the work that you do to help women advance themselves, improve themselves, and make themselves secure is very great for them. And there's not many places that they could go to get that type of service. And I had no idea what you did. I thought maybe you were selling clothes. But when the story was shared with me, what a great inspiration and what a great help so that women can improve their lives and improve their self-sufficiency, and that for their family, some of them having to leave relationships that are harmful to them. And the other thing I wanted to mention is Gershbacher Realty. It seems probably 50–60% of the things we do, Gershbacher is involved in some fashion or another, selling, previously owned it, gonna own it, renting it, they're everywhere. But we're so fortunate to have them, and what a great job they've done in filling these buildings down here and helping the overall economy. And we're thankful to all of the board members that are here. I know Kathy doesn't do it all by herself. It takes a board, it takes volunteers, takes helpers to make this all come together, and we're thankful on behalf of the community for all that you do. So thank
you. Okay, next is Medina County Commissioner Tim Smith, to my right.
Did the photographers want to come in the room? I see you taking a lot of pictures from the side.
I thought you were afraid of cameras too.
I'm looking at a camera that might be nicer than my camera. So I'm kind of jealous.
I'll make sure I get your picture.
I'm usually the one with the camera taking all the pictures.
So self-effacing.
I'm going to talk about first impressions. As a former men's clothes salesperson, I've dressed a lot of men. And a lot of them were, applying for their first job. And so, I wanted to make sure that they looked good. And of course, they had to buy the clothes, which was even gooder. But the service that this would provide for people, I've hired an awful lot of people in my lifetime. I've probably hired 1,000 people at least. And first impressions, when they walk in the door, that tells the employer so much. And if hired people, you know what I'm talking about. And if they come walking in and they're dressed nice, and they've been coached well, and they have a nice manner about them, then that starts to give you such a good first impression of those people. And then to have a service like this to deal with people that really have never had that kind of practice or have that kind of training before is just phenomenal. So good job that you're doing this, and great service, and I wish you all the luck in the world. And anything I can do from the Commissioner's office, please call us, and we'll work with you. All right.
Okay, Senator Larry Onhoff. So Senator, if you'll come on over, please.
Well, normally, I go through a speech about how great Medina is, and thanks for investing in the community and starting a new business, and we look forward to the economic growth. That's all true here as well, but I think this organization has a unique mission, and what I want to talk about instead is really already been said by the mayor, but ditto to everything the mayor said. You perform a very valuable service, and you're going to help a lot of people, touch a lot of lives, and Medina is a great place to do business, but more importantly, Medina is a community, and we really appreciate the fact that there are some people in the community who are willing to help others get that extra leg up when they need it most. So I have a commendation here from the Ohio Senate that's signed by myself and Senate President Keith Tabor, and I'd just like to present you with that, and thank you for everything that you're doing for the community here by opening your organization here today.
Okay, Representative Hanley could not make it. Is Ryan Dilworth here? Oh, okay. And Jacqueline Reesmeyer, Medina Chamber of Commerce.
I said I gotta work on moving myself up because ditto, ditto, and ditto. Most of you guys know, on a personal note, I love Kathy Warner. She is my friend and my faux mom, and I adore the whole Warner clan. So what I do want to mention is that I have watched her for the past year grow, learn, see more about the need of the community, saw an issue, couldn't find an out-of-the-box solution ready to go, created her own. So I think that's kind of amazing.
So Barbara, she's got the interim Main Street hat, but she also works for the city of Medina in the Economic Development Department. It's our Economic Development and Marketing Associate, so she's got dual hats on today. And then also Jonathan Mandela is here, is our Community Development Director.
Hello.
The big tall guy. And Community Development involves our building department, our planning and zoning, and economic development all under one umbrella, so that we can collaborate together for expediency and services and permitting processes. And so I wanted to point that out. We've got a couple young fellows from Medina TV. They're the guys with the big camera. So so thank you guys for coming out today. Steve and Michelle, did you guys want to say a few words? Where's Steve and Michelle? Steve's right here. Where's Michelle?
Steve, you've been
He's
elected.
pointing at you.
I don't know about, the owners of the building have been very generous to donate the space for a few months to help us get on our feet. So we just want to thank Paul and Barbara for what they've done. So anything else, Stephen?
That's perfect.
Okay.
I would agree to that, hopefully not just for a few months, but hopefully we can keep them here for a long time.
Yes.
So
Well, I mean,
donations are always welcome to keep them going. The Wrights have been very generous in what they've offered them to stay here. And I think we still have the building on the market, but we'd just like to take this space off and give it to them permanently. And just thank Kathy for what she's done, and it's a great organization.
Thank you. So I'd like to introduce Kathy Warner, who's the founder of First Impression.
Great. Oh, I have notes, I need notes. Could I just ask the rest of the board to step forward up here with me? I'd rather be with everybody together. I would just like to introduce, we have Michelle Masika is our treasurer. Linda Lovelace is our vice president of the board. Vicki Nan is the secretary of our board, and we have just acquired a 5th board member. Sherry Eisen, who will be joining us in September. So I'm glad to announce that as well. And we have many volunteers, and we also have some drop-off locations, and which I'll mention. But our mission is to provide economically challenged or displaced women with business-appropriate clothing, interview skills, and tools to help make a positive first impression at job interviews. Which means we strive to remove one of the barriers for women towards employment. We believe if a woman looks good, she feels good, and that translates into a more confident approach to employment. She can become a role model for both family and friends. Your support has helped us to bring this service to Medina County, and we thank you. I'd also like to mention United Way. United Way, I went to them in October when they were going through their own transition of directorship, and I talked to them about my idea, and they jumped on immediately and gave us a chance. So we have actually addressed 5 of their clients through their Employing Medina County program, which has helped me decide that, yes, I need to make this vision move forward. So I would like to send a special thanks out to Cheryl Parzik, Debbie Bemke, and Beth Ewing, who we work very closely with. And as Kimberly mentioned earlier, we will be reaching out to the other agencies in the county so that we have, so that we can better more lives, more women for employment. And by that, we can break some of the cycle of poverty in our county. So, and that's all I have to say.
Right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Cut, cut, cut.
Yay!